Okay, just out of turn one, sports fans, and we're up the hill. Coming up this hill, it's hard and fast. Cookstown's very like a short circuit, which is it's not a problem, but it's just hard work. But the short little roads, there's a couple of big straights we show you there. Well, you're hard up here, right over to the right hand side, and come across to the left hand side here because you have another sharp right hander, which effectively is turn 2. I don't actually know the names of what the turns are called. But when you turn here, this is tight, it's a little bit off camber, and then you're straight up the hill and you're flat out again up the hill. This is where you can lose or gain time, especially just over the top. And I'll show you what I've been doing because it's quite blind. Well, you're up the hill, it's fairly steep, but when it comes over the other side, it comes down quite steep as well. And it can be, when you're flat out, it can be off-putting. Especially as we were newcomers here last year, so especially if you're not used to it. But you come up over the top here, and as it levels out and comes back down, that's where you can tend to come off the throttle when you shouldn't come off the throttle. She comes round to the left, but the turn is still a long way away. You see the wall in front, you're still not at the turn. Your braking points are just gone over now, and here's where we should be braking. I've braked quite a lot at the top of the hill. This turn here, you must be, this is where the pictures are taken. This is where the pictures are taken of people's with their shoulders in the hedge, and that's because there's a big drop off. You might have seen it there as the van went down. There's a big drop off on one half of that road, and if you're not on the flat bit on the top, chances are you're not getting around the corner. Then we're into a right hander, a little bit of a left hander, and then you're flat out again. Down here for the bigger bikes, I'd be a bit of a jump here for them. For us, they might get a wheelie or the front might come a little bit light, but and I have seen some of the classics jumping here, but certainly not me. You're flat out, there's bumps and there's drains on the left hand side. We've just gone over them, they're marked, but you really need to be somewhere close to them to come around this right hander, and then we're completely blind. So if you see that pole in the middle of the road, that's where you aim, because you're blind coming off the top. And if you aim for that pole, you've got a good line through the corner. Without that pole there, it's a little bit hit and miss. And you're straight back down then into another right hander. And this right hander is very tricky. It comes up a hill and then it drops off, and it's got a real bad off camber as you come off it. And it's also got curbs on the other side. And then we're down into what I suppose you could call a chicane. But you're fairly hard and fast down here. Now, these turns, if you get them right, it's fabulous. But you need to get them right, and they look fairly simple. They can be quite tricky. You're into the right hander here, and then straight down into the left hander. Left hander can be fairly tight, but you really want to be on the gas down here because you're coming back out, back down the hill onto your main. You can see now they're still setting up the track, but it is only Thursday afternoon. And then there's a sign for thank you for driving carefully, which all the riders appreciate. And then we're straight back down to the start finish again. So sports fans, there's a lap of Cookstown, and hopefully we'll be doing it a little bit quicker tomorrow and on Saturday. So look, we'll update you a little bit later from the paddock. Take care, sports fans. Bye bye. Chris Mayer, number 122, 9171. Kilo miles.
Oh, just separated by 2.5 seconds. Once we got that all sorted out now.
Fight Club. Keystone Linton's a block from commercials, and it's race number 2 if you'd like to follow racing. And the team down below us here. Silversport, back on the Moto 3. Silversport 300, just separated by 3. Well, they go a little bit quicker on that last day. Okay, everybody, can a bit of quiet please for a few moments. Won't take that long. You all here? All here? Everyone? Okay. On behalf of Cookstown, you're all, each and every one of you are all very, very welcome to this centenary event. It's actually a beautiful morning. We've got all the practice out of the way, all the races out of the way. Everyone was really well behaved yesterday, and on behalf of the club, really want to thank everyone for that. We're running today as per programme. Everybody, every class gets 2 warm-up laps. Every class. I'd ask anybody that's looking for extra couple of laps, stay out of the first 2 practice or first 2 races, because there are a number of competitors that need to get 2 laps in to qualify. So if you can, maybe towards 4th onwards, you know. But please everybody, watch yourselves up at the brake side. We have highlighted that up there with a white line. It's to make it safer. Any big accidents up there, there's long delays. We want to try and make the centenary event one to remember for everybody. And I hope you'll all have a lovely, safe, enjoyable day. And we really appreciate you entering it and taking part in it. If you have any problems at all during the day, as I always say, don't panic, don't do any of that stuff. We'll do that for you. We'll help you as best we can, okay? So we don't have any problems to report to you, so we're ready to go, I'd say within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, everything is in place. So on behalf of the club, on behalf of the Motorcycle Union of Ireland, Enjoy your day, and thank you for entering. Well done to everybody. Okay, thank you.
Happy race day, sports fans. It's busy here this morning. Bike group here in Hamilton, we're all ready to go. Now there is going to be a slight change which I'm just going to tell you about. I don't get involved with the politics of racing or anything, but what actually happened yesterday was they didn't separate the 250s from the 350s in terms of class, which meant that Kyle Parks qualified as the third fastest 250 on a 198, and he's absolutely flying. But he was about a tenth of a second behind me, which meant that I finished up on the back of the grid and the A race. He finished up in the B race, and then we were told that the B race was not championship and he wouldn't be getting any championship points, which is absolutely, there's just an injustice there. So what I decided to do, my goal today is to keep up this newfound consistency, and I can do that regardless of what race I'm in, and I'm not going to get championship points this weekend anyway. So I went to see the Clark across at the timetable this morning, and they're changing the grids now, so I've swapped my place with Kyle for those reasons. So Kyle is now going out in the back of the A race in the championship race, and I'm going to be switching to pole position in the B race. So that's where we are today. I'm happy as a pig in shit. Look, have a great day. We'll keep you updated during the day. It's getting mad busy here. The weather's fantastic. It's just a good day. So wherever you are, on your bikes, stay safe. Have a great day, and we'll chat to you later. Take care, sports fans. Bye-bye.
Once that happens, over there, I'm going to, and he goes through the anticipation building a little bit. There's a manage of just to have that after the final two of the national. Thanks very much.
I love the races, especially when my dad was Daria.
Oh yeah, thanks Ross. Hey, so the Rose, what do you think? Is she all ready to go today?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to go well, Rose?
Awesome, though. Big.
Right, Rose. Well, look, you've seen the bike now, do you want to sign off?
Bobby, signing off.
And it's bye-bye from me.
Bye-bye from Bobby.
And we'll see you for the next episode coming up shortly.
See you next episode coming up shortly.
Well done, Rob. Oh, yeah. race day again, sports fans. You can see I'm sweating. That's it. That's it, over, done and dusted. An absolutely great race. Got the times down to 2:03s that were consistent to 1:58, 1:59s, and a 2:03 where there was a few back markers. But the interesting thing was, I had forgotten that the 250s and 350s were mixed together, so I actually thought I came 5th. It turns out I was called down to the podium, and it was the 2nd place to Robert McCrum in the 350 race. So that's lovely, that's nice on the mantelpiece. But none of this, as I'm always saying, none of it's possible without Shedford Bikers and Derek and Dave and everybody else in Shedford Bikers that gives me support. Dublin Leathers, we've had them on the podium, which I thought was years and years away, but look, it is what it is. We had Dublin Leathers. The leathers are absolutely fantastic. In the heat that's out there today, you can move about in them, they don't stick to you. The body armour is absolutely fantastic. So if anybody wants leathers, go and talk to Mohammed in Dublin Leathers. No Furlong and Sandra Roach and Furlong Equipment Services. We have a spare engine because of them, and we're able to move around because of them with fuel and oil and stuff like that. And the JK Moto for the bits supplied that we need, that he's able to deliver. So look, thank you so much. We've had a great day. We got them down under the 2 minutes, which I couldn't do last year, and 2 seconds under, 4 seconds faster than, or 5 seconds faster than yesterday, which is quite a bit. So, and thanks to all you who watch and who support and everything else. So look, have a fantastic weekend for what's left of it for the Saturday, Sunday. The weather's brilliant. If you're out on your bikes, please stay safe. If you want to go real fast on your bike, come out with us and do some of this and learn a few skills, because there's an awful lot of crashes. But look, from the bottom of my heart, I'm going home a happy man today. And you know, I was saying that we did the swap to the championship race for Kyle Parks, and he went down and he got a 2nd in his class too. So look, I think we're all going home happy. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, to Dublin Leathers, Shedford Bikers, Furlong Equipment Services, JK Moto, and to everybody else who watches these videos, comments and support, thank you so much. So take care, have a good time, bye bye.